But anyways, I guess we'll get it started. I just want to get out the way, honestly. I want to get out of the way so I can just go back to playing other games. But more of a Honkai person lately, for real. I feel like Honkai's been in their bag recently. Honkai Impact's team has been in their bag. I've been enjoying playing Honkai a lot more. And I'd rather just play like other games, like variety games as well, but yeah. Thank you, West Mason, for the 33 months. Welcome back. Thank you, West Mason. Thank you. Also, I don't have the alerts. You know what I should do? I should just add the alerts here. I don't have to like... What if I did that? Wait, give me a sec. That should be fine. Okay. You're only legit playing when new stories / events come out now. You've got enough teams built that you don't really care about Spiral Abyss. I don't really care about it that much. I mean, I still need to explore and everything. I still need to do all of that. I also need to do all of the hangouts as well. But I just haven't been motivated enough to play Genshin. I just been more motivated to play Honkai instead. Yeah. What are my opinions on Wuthering Waves? I think Wuthering Waves is pretty cool. I like the combat. And I love the character designs. Still waiting for the story to pick up though. The story is a little slow. Well, it's only for like the first 2 chapters, I've heard. So. Like the first 2 chapters. So, we'll see. Alright, anyways. It's time to do Cloud Retainer story quest. Almost didn't recognize me since my cut.
We've been to so many places lately. What do you say we take a day off from adventuring and just find somewhere nice to relax? Let Paimon think. Where are some nice places we could go? Oh, why don't we pay Cloud Retainer a visit at Mount Outsong?
I'm already here.
It's been a while since we last saw that illuminated bird. She's always the one popping up out of nowhere and scaring us half to death. So let's surprise her this time.
I'm already way ahead of you. I think I just died.
Here we are, right outside her place.
And we just teleported into a whole different location.
Do you still remember the first time we came here? We even brought offerings and everything. And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all.
Yeah, she's a nice person.
We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that.
We could just bring her another bowl of Adeptus Temptation.
Huh? Traveler, did something catch your
eye? I don't think we've ever seen her before.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
What a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
It seems like she could also be a powerful Adeptus. I wonder why.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country.
What is she staring at? What do I think of the female MC and where? And where? Wuthering Waves?
Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
Okay, well, I guess that works. I guess that's how it works here.
Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
From Wuthering Waves? I think the female main character is a lot prettier than the male main character. Personally, that's why I'm using her right now. In Wuthering Waves.
Hello. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Why is Paimon so loud? Paimon, just say everything in a nice, even tone.
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has this shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Wait, you're...
Cloud Retainer. Her voice sounds different. I thought it would be the same. I thought it would be the same voice in her human form.
You're the illuminated bird? But you look... human. How did that happen?
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
It's the same voice actor. I guess the reverb really gave her like that. Made it deeper. I don't know why.
So, you're indulging now because?
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact, Paimon can think of several examples. Like last year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
It feels like Cloud Retainer has her reasons, but doesn't want to discuss them too openly. Isn't she an introvert? Didn't she say, like, when we first met her, that she doesn't like to talk much? I forgot. Almost forgot. Paimon brought you some gifts.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
I didn't agree.
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
Cloud Retainer tries but fails to look indifferent as Paimon...
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else.
Yeah.
So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
It's the thought that counts. Remember that. Remember that.
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
Cloud Retainer said that she's going to visit some of her disciples.
Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
Oh boy, Ganyu.
One planned to extend the invitation
boy.
even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again. However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
No reason in particular.
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Is that so?
But why is she in her human form, though?
If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yuehai Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Why is she in her human form in the first place?
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor!
Did she just, like, decide to switch back to human form one day? She was like, I'm tired of the bird legs. Oh.
Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future.
No! Shenhe got a job!
So easily mollified. One shall invest...
Oh, bro. Really? The dialogue. Please don't skip it. Oh my god. Did I accidentally skip it? I skipped it, man! This is why you always stand still when there's, like, in-game dialogue. Every single time, I always accidentally skip some in-game dialogue when they're out of the cutscene. Shenhe no longer unemployed. Think she got a job at McDonald's? Oh my god, I just died, didn't I? I think I just died. I think I literally just died.
We're almost at Way High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this? Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
Huh? Oh, she's back there?
Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
Why?
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time.
Oh, how considerate. Also like how the tree's blocking her.
One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
She really doesn't want her to know.
Fair enough, makes sense. All right then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud Retainer?
Oh, too late. Uh-oh. Very perceptive, huh?
Oh, busted.
Is that lady someone you know, Miss Ganyu? She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
She was right. That's funny. She was actually right that she would put everything beside just to see Cloud Retainer.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you, Huixin.
Set aside everything just to see Cloud Retainer.
Been a while, Ganyu.
So real.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this Cloud Retainer of whom you speak.
What?
One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Why is she being so shy?
Huh?
She got caught red-handed and now she's being shy? What?
Seems she's not buying it.
Bruh, Ganyu saw right through her.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
She's not dumb, Cloud Retainer. Ganyu looks totally bewildered. She's thinking, why wouldn't I recognize you? I used to see you every day. How bad do you think my memory is?
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Uh-huh.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important...
God damn it, Paimon.
Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
These people gotta learn how to, like, act, how to play it off. This is, like, an important life skill. If you accidentally get caught in a lie, you have to learn how to play it off.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you
Yes,
and had
right.
no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body.
Yeah, you're a little bit late on that one.
It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft
boy.
begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Look at that stare. Oh my god. Bro, she's giving her the death stare right now. Jesus.
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
Discuss some of your recent adventures with
Wow.
Ganyu.
You've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at Yuehai Pavilion. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
True.
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
I don't know if that was what she was saying, but
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but that?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Xianyun. She came up with that fast? Jeez.
Xianyun?
That was quick.
I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
I guess it fits.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
Paimon, you might not wanna underestimate her.
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Not exactly.
Yeah, that's definitely what she thought.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts. It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time.
And thank goodness we don't have to go through any of that anymore. Aren't you guys glad that we just don't have to deal with like droughts or even like having no food because of like the soil being absolutely dry and poor and terrible?
On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today.
Now we have global warming? Okay, true. Yeah, you're kind of right.
The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Ooh.
Wow. That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Oh yeah, surely.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said? Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
Alright, this is where you strike her down with lightning.
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
Dark clouds roll in, you hear thunder in the distance, and then all of a sudden, Paimon just gets hit with the biggest strike of lightning ever.
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration?
And what kind of job would Shenhe get?
Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That is a lot of questions.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Xiangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
Oh, so she works at Wanmin Restaurant and now she's a cook. She's cooking up a storm. Woo!
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Xiangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult. Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
She said it's lunchtime.
But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Not anymore.
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
We're all on the same page here.
You may return to your work, Xianyun. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
Okay.
See you around, Ganyu! Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
Yeah, surely. Uh-huh.
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
What do you mean by that? That sounds so
She really
ominous.
seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
Probably. And what does she mean by that? That was so ominous. Trying to say like she's about to reveal some sort of trick in her book. Xiangling's wait, do we get to see Golba? I want to see Golba. Look, she's at the window. I want to see Golba
You
again.
get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady,
Oh
eh?
my god, here we go.
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
Oh my god.
You do it.
No. I think you should. Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Hey, sorry fellas. I don't think she's gonna love any of you anytime soon.
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Eh.
Shenhe!
Very stern.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
What can I get you? It's been a while, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm.
What can I get you? Welcome to McDonald's. What may I get you?
And this is?
This is Miss Xianyun.
Wait, so Shenhe doesn't recognize her.
Master?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
Aw.
You...
Aw, that's cute.
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Are you here for Shenhe? The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So, I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef.
Wow. Just a free break, huh? If only all jobs were like that. If only all jobs allowed you to just take casual breaks like that. W manager? For real.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
Turning them away, right?
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence.
What?
At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
What? 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 Thank you for the raid, Ari. Thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Hope you had a very nice stream, and hope the raiders enjoyed the stream as well. Jesus Christ. He literally just threatens them? Imagine you're dealing with a... Dude, actually, that's a dream. That is the dream right there. Being able to fucking threaten, like, asshole customers with violence. Imagine someone's being a dickhead to you. You could just be like, I'm going to kill you. If you don't stop, I'm going to kill you. You could literally just... If you could do that, everything would be solved. The world would be a much better place.
Oh, how should Paimon put this?
I mean, she's living the dream right now.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
I see. Just as expected of Master.
What she means to say is, she actually misses the two of you a lot.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
Whoa, her mood shot up just like that.
She gets flattered very easily.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Average fast food worker with 2 hours of sleep? Yeah. Xianyun isn't being the mom bird allegation. She really isn't.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
In fact, the allegations are beating her up.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Oh?
Oh.
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
She hit her with the Uno reverse card.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Alright, have a good time, Irie. Have a good sleep.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest.
Thank you
In
for the raid,
response,
by the way.
Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh.
Huh, what kind of device was it?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
An electro... Wait, so she made a motorbike?
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
So she created a bicycle? She created like a motorbike.
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up. Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events.
Dang.
Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so?
Uh,
With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest.
Fossils?
What is a race without spectators, after all?
Damn, she didn't need to be that mean.
Have you been lonely, Master?
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Just wait till you see me on my motorbike.
What is the reason for that look upon your face?
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again. I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real cloud retainer?
They're both.
To me, they are both, Master.
Yeah.
One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect and adore.
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations.
She said your words don't match up with your actions. Uh-oh.
This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit, yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Do you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
Uh-oh. Rush is coming.
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
I want to see her work. Do you think she'd be good at cooking? I want to see that. Ooh.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
I see dumplings. I don't know what that is on the right. I don't know what that is on the left. And then I see meat. Already looks yummy though. Can you eat this kind of food?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors.
That is right. We did make her like an entire pot of Adeptus Temptation once, so I'm sure she loves this kind of food.
The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
A supreme cuisine machine.
Everything's so tasty. A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny? But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Bro.
Okay, I'll ask around.
Share with us. Come and share with us.
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
They're gonna be sharing a table. They're just gonna be casually sharing a table with a literal Adeptus. I don't mind either.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Granny?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
What? You sure, Paimon? What? I mean, it's not to say that like she looks super old. I mean, well, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna be honest. She looks super old, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Wait, she get already caught? Uh-oh. I recognize you from
Why
somewhere.
don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
'Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
She definitely recognizes her.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
Raised earthworms? What? Anybody eaten an earthworm before? Anybody know what that tastes like? Cause, I have no idea.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
I guess it can't hurt to ask.
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help?
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing.
Dang, that sucks.
Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
That's rough. What about your parents?
They died young. It's just me and Granny now.
Dang, she gotta take care of her all by herself? Dang, that's a strong child right there.
Oh,
You know, maybe she does look young for her age.
But it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
True.
Wow. You're really tough for your age, kid.
You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
I mean, anyone who's going through the dementia and is able to get through it is definitely stronger than most, I would say.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again.
Wait, did she get cursed?
You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that mean you're possessed?
I mean, it's not far from what I said as well, but...
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear, and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
What about a curse, though?
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert.
The expert!
In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
We should stay and watch, but it's eep time. Good night, Carl.
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
A younger version of Granny?
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
This really is fate, huh? There it goes again. There the writers go again, mentioning fate.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Paimon's Paimon.
And I'm the traveler.
Just Xianyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
You know, I've always wondered, do you think that in the future, they're going to come up with a way to, like say for example, like you see how sometimes when the traveler's introducing themselves and they have to say like, you know, I'm the traveler instead of the name that you gave them. Do you think that there's ever going to be like a time in the future where games will have it so like they will actually have some sort of something to make sure that they say your name instead of just like the name that they set for it? With AI, they definitely could. I feel like they could. You know, if there's one thing that AI can do, and I hope, okay, well, I'm not gonna say I hope, but like, if there's one thing that they could actually do good with AI is to have that happen. I would gladly take that. Everything else can go away, but I'll take that for AI. Drink water. I need to get water. Hold on. You already do that with Forza? Really? Give me some. Let me get some water. At the very least, you need the voice actor's consent. That is true. You're right about that. And with the whole SAG-AFTRA thing and the fact that they didn't even the whole point of the SAG-AFTRA was to be against AI. I don't think that's gonna happen, so I guess that's never gonna happen.
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
We're just curious about your situation and want to help if we can.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds.
What?
And the emerald mountain streams.
What? What is she talking about?
Okay, taking that as a no.
And she be in the clouds. She be high as hell.
I might have an idea. Once when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Xianyun Commerce Guild.
There, drink water. I didn't scam, I promise. And also, wouldn't it be a good idea to make the game say our username? Because some people got some weird names. I feel like you could get around that without name restrictions, though, now. Because some people, like how Nintendo usually does it, they make sure that you're not able to use inappropriate usernames.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
Bro, we haven't even eaten our food. Look at all that on the table. We haven't even touched our food at all. That's a full plate right there. We got 4 big-ass dumplings over there.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Xianyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
Oh.
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Nice. Madam Ping shows up once again.
Food is unbelievable.
Where are you going, Granny? Don't you like the food?
Fresh milk. I need to buy you some fresh milk.
Milk? Why?
You need to drink milk before eating, or the spicy food will make you cry. Hush, little one. Don't cry.
Granny, you're forgetting things again. I'm not a little baby anymore. I can eat spicy food now. Even the super spicy dishes, like their fish stew. I can eat 2 whole bowls, no problem.
God, I want fish.
Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. My darling granddaughter is all grown up.
God, I want fish so bad. Y'all have no idea how much I miss fish. Oh, hi, Shenhe. Can I talk to her?
I should get paid in another few days. Shall we take the opportunity to go out and have some fun?
Yeah. Nice. I wanna go around town with Shenhe. Can't I have fish? Dietary constraints? I'm slightly allergic to fish. For some reason, whenever I eat fish, it gives me like a really weird like acid reflux, and it makes like if I eat enough of it, I'll probably throw it up. I can eat shellfish though. Shellfish is fine, but just not fish. Which is sad because I used to eat like a lot of tilapia and like catfish, like fried catfish, but now I can't. I haven't had it in so long. But at least I could eat. At least I could still eat crab and lobster and shrimp. At least I'm not cursed that hard. Cooked or raw? Both.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
Hi, Xingqiu.
Xingqiu! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure.
That's fine then.
I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name.
Wait, is that the same drought that we talked about before? That Shenhe talked about?
All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
I see. It's a different drought? The one with college trainer was from hundreds of years ago?
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
So it's someone else.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Xianyun Peak.
Wangshu Inn, the north of Jueyun Karst and Xianyun Peak. But we were just at Wangshu Inn. I'm onto something.
Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Thanks, Xingqiu.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill.
Well, I mean, it's probably not that hard if you just go into the mountains and, like, grow a farm or something.
I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does the story sound super familiar? Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Xingqiu, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them. Like by cultivating the soil or digging canals. So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters.
Dang.
The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
Dang.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times.
Yeah, like the, like what, the cataclysm?
They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Good to see Xingqiu again. Always appreciate seeing Xingqiu.
Time erases everything. Even the greatest of heroes will have their legacy reduced to the small fraction of their deeds that were committed to paper.
Aware. We're all gonna be forgotten one day, guys. No matter how much good you do in this life, you're more likely to be forgotten than remembered. Unless you're literally like someone that does insane accomplishments like Albert Einstein or something.
But I think the magic of chivalric novels lies in the way you can catch glimpses of a noble soul from a few mere paragraphs.
We're all gonna be forgotten. Sads. Oh, wrong way. But at least with YouTube, you can immortalize yourself on the internet. Surely the internet doesn't go down one day, and then everything that we everything that we worked hard for is just completely goes away one day, right? Right?
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
Thank you. Straight word, Ping. What has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor? not unlike the one that you yourself lead.
Ooh, is she planning to move?
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
God damn it, Paimon, you interrupted their conversation. Now we're never gonna know the answer. Now we'll never know the answer.
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Shinto has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yundai have joined up with us again.
Paimon always just ruining the middle of the conversations. We'll never get that answer now. That's great.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Thank you so much.
What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
Huh. Well, seems like the stories were on the right track then.
I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
True. Isn't that like a good way to like actually help dementia patients as well?
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
Oh, wait, look at the lanterns in the background.
Is that so?
I didn't even notice that.
Please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Thank you.
Old to old. Let's rest here for a while then.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
Alright, okay. A secret, huh? Okay, wait.
You can taste the sweetness of the dew?
It's just a feeling. The sensation of stepping out into the mountains on a cool morning, gazing upon the small droplets of water hanging from the leaves, and feeling the sweet stream of water soothe a parched throat with every swallow.
Oh, so descriptive.
It's a sense of calm and serenity, one that stretches on and on until days become weeks, weeks become years.
That was very descriptive. Thank you for the raid, baby. I hope you had a very nice stream. Oh, also, realize the alerts are also on the bottom of the screen. Let's see. Hope you had a very nice stream, baby. How was your star rail? Let me see. Hold on, give me a sec. Oh, I didn't play. Uh-oh. There we go. That's better. Alright. You definitely only played Star Rail. What? Nice golden kappa.
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant, but are you guys all adepti in disguise?
What? Wait, she's so perceptive. What? How did she figure that out?
Oh! How about that?
Well, there's only one. Why do you say that?
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Xianyun call herself an adept.
Oh my god. Oops.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Xianyun, since you were the one who, misspoke, Maybe you can explain to Xianyun here what you really meant by that.
One is indeed an Adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Huh? I knew it.
You don't sound surprised at all.
Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane.
What? Huh. Worst kept secret?
I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone.
Wait, so you saved her, Cloud Retainer? How do you not remember her?
I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance.
How does she not recognize her?
So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that?
A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an Adeptus with such features.
Oh, it's probably not her.
One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
So there's another one?
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Xianyun first.
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
So there's another Adeptus. Children are the most unreliable of narrators. Cloud Retainer, classic. Make some food? Okay, baby. Why do I look like I'm mewing? Am I?
Xianyun. Xianyun.
Okay.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious, and if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock. I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again?
Yeah, it was definitely her.
Let me
It's
look.
her.
I'll come with.
She is the bird. She's the bird.
Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh?
Are we gonna see Xiao? Yep. Speaking of which,
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look.
My man!
If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form.
You've met her in this form before?
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
Oh my god, she's not gonna like that one.
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death.
No,
the Cloud
Guizhong.
Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
Dang.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape?
I don't know.
When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
You know, actually, maybe that might make sense, because being a bird, at least you could fly easier.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago, when she decided to don her human form.
Really?
I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
Granny, are you okay?
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave.
No, don't leave!
Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
No, don't leave. No.
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
A long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So what Shinto said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it.
Well, at least we're one step closer now.
I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant.
Ooh.
Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills.
This guy looks so mysterious. Is that Scaramouche? Is that Scaramouche?
He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
So the dementia you're suffering from now is actually...
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago?
It's unlucky.
And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
No, you're not useless.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me.
Yeah.
Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Exactly.
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Next location.
It's raining now.
Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayun Karst next? There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right?
True.
Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
Thank you, Paimon, dementia specialist. Yeah, if you aren't able to see, if you aren't able to watch the stream right now, and you do want to see me play the quest, do not worry, it will go up on my VOD channel, which I have not uploaded to for a while, but that's only because I haven't streamed in a minute. But I will be putting the uploads back on the VOD channel soon, so. Mewing Riz. You always forget that I use the most jacked default team ever. True. See, look at my team. Look at that crit ratio. Okay, that's actually kind of it's all right. See, my crit ratios are top tier for this team. And Kai's could be better, but sorry, what was that?
Treasure hoarders here. Guess it's time to round up some bad guys.
Because we don't get to play Cloud Retainer here. No.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendy?
Let me think. I feel like I've been here before, but I don't think I stayed here too long. I might have just rested here briefly before continuing on my way.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other places we can check.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me.
Oh.
Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Yeah, Paimon could usually use that.
Thank you. Then Paimon will help herself.
Yeah, you could definitely use someone to grow big and strong, Paimon. I inspired you to build your OG4 and use them during quests? Good. Another one converted. Another one converted. Yes. Join us.
Paimon sees an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there?
Okay.
This place, it's...
It seems like it's it. This might be the one.
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Xianyun. This is where your father was born.
Oh.
It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back. I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
Huh? So wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, so she was... I'm assuming the pregnancy isn't related to the curse she was given, right?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out.
Is it Takis? Yes, it is. It's like the Takis kettles. These are so good, actually. If you guys really want like Takis, but you don't want like the stick versions, the kettle ones are so good. These are actually fire.
Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy. And so are you, Xianyun.
Aww.
You're so much like him, and I love you both so much. But you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
You're too sweet, Xianyun. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak. Yuandai, how fares your health?
Oh my god.
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
What? Bruh.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top.
A piggyback ride.
Such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health.
Dang.
Eventually, you end up losing everything.
Yeah.
My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
Aww. Have I ever seen how Markiplier eats Takis? He puts them in his mouth, suck on the dust, and then spits out to throw the stick away? That is a literal crime. He should be tried for that. Who does that? That is disgusting. What? Huh? He should be put on trial for that. That is actual treachery. He needs to be ostracized. Kick him out. Get him out of here. Another streamer that you watch eats the fins of goldfish and swallows the body whole? Who are y'all watching? What? Y'all watching some freaks out here. What?
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny Yuandai?
What?
Let me see. How strange. Have I lived here before?
Take your time.
When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
But did the stories get it wrong then?
We can't expect them to get everything right, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Yuandai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you two.
It's alright.
It's alright. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh? Isn't that...
Oh, let Paimon look!
That's Mount Outsong.
Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Huh?
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Mount Outsong, What am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
Cloud, Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
But...
Fret not, all will be well.
Uh-oh.
You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart.
Really?
And restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
Also, you guys can see Dvalin's lair in the background. You see that? All the way over there. That's so cool.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal itself when we arrive.
His argument is that it doesn't get the teeth gunky. I don't know. You could just brush your teeth, right? If you don't want to like, get gunk in your teeth, you just brush it, right? Or floss. You eat chocolate turtles by starting. You eat chocolate turtles starting by digging into its belly and then eating the rest. Y'all are interesting. Very interesting viewers I have in this stream. Remember the one streamer who put the fork in the toe? I remember that clip. That clip was so funny. Wait, let me see if I can find that. That shit is so funny. Oh my god, it's like the second result. Wait. Is this the one? I don't think this is the one. Hold on. Where's the real one? It's this one. It's this one.
So chat, 2 toasters.
Okay, wait. Hold on. This shit is so funny. I remember this. I remember seeing this. This shit was hilarious. Wait. Hold on. Intermission. Quick intermission. Need to see this. This shit is so funny.
So chat, 2 toasters. Yeah, 2 toasters should cancel each other out. Alright. Death wish! Oh, I think I just shit myself.
The freeze frame of the shit. It's so good.
Alright. Death wish!
Oh my god. That shit is a classic. That's an actual classic clip there. Holy shit. It makes me laugh every time I watch it. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. Alright. It's so stupid. I think it's fake because if he really did put it in there, he would have died, I think. He might have actually died. He put it into 2 toasters. That literally means death there. It's probably fake, but this shit's funny. I will not lie, that is funny. First funny kickstream clip.
Come on, just tell Paimon already. What's this thing you've prepared?
Here, this is it.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, is it another invention of yours?
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the Suspensus Somnium mechanism.
Ooh.
It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state.
I think I could use that.
Soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia.
Damn.
Its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
Bro, that is literally a miracle. What the hell? I could use that.
Whoa, what a cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now? We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved time on a lot of floating.
How preposterous. Had Yuendai not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
That's reasonable, actually. She made a bong? Gotta turn her high real quick. Getting high solves dementia.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Oh, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass after a super satisfying meal.
Holy screech.
And you, Yuendai, is the mechanism helping you to relax?
She already fell asleep.
It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
Doesn't marijuana help slow down dementia? I don't even know.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no.
Aw. Beautiful shot.
Have you forgotten?
That was a beautiful shot right there.
This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the past, the me from not that long ago, we should have never. So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar. Granny!
So what now?
Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Oh, she remembers her. Huh.
Your memories have returned?
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean you already knew each other?
So they're acquaintances. No wonder she's a bird. No wonder she's also a bird. Remember when she said that Xianyun reminded her of herself when she was younger? Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense now.
I now remember everything. Everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on. Shuyu.
So what did she do?
Everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
Okay.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Xianyun Karst? What happened?
I am, in truth, not a human being.
Yeah.
My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane.
So she's just a crane.
I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me.
Aww.
Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that fateful day 50 years ago.
Oh, here we go. So it's true that the dude has been fucking a bird this whole time? Okay, yes, I think so, yes.
50 years ago?
Unless the dude is a bird too. I would say the dude is also probably a bird. During the drought that struck Liyue?
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went. But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me. She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years.
10 years.
And if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
And what?
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
But you never turned back into a crane.
Was it because of Grandpa?
Oh, she fell in love and she was like, nah, I don't want to go back to being a human. This is gonna realize he's been fucking a crane.
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still,
he died.
Just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
You didn't turn back.
Oh no. What happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again.
So that's why the nameless heroine hid herself away. Yeah.
But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead.
It was like, you will begin coughing in 5 days.
Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven.
Sinner.
Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
Granny! What's wrong?
What?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Was it her?
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
Ah.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all along.
Aww.
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock. One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own.
Aww.
No matter what form they may take.
Aw, that's cute.
Wait! Paimon's confused!
What do you need explained, Paimon? It is pretty straightforward.
So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
Okay. Mom bird being mom bird. Cloud Retainer is very sweet. Cloud Retainer! Wait! Alright, this is where I decide whether or not I want to pull for Cloud Retainer at the last minute. When does her banner end? Oh, it already ended. Never mind. Never mind. But maybe next time I'll get with Cloud Retainer. Let's see. There was one thing that I was thinking. Because I knew for a fact that Cloud Retainer had the ability to go really far, like launch yourself. So I wonder how far you can go with it.
One was furious upon receiving your letter.
You could go kind of far.
Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
You could actually go kind of far with it. Child is C3. She got, of course, Noblesse Oblige. Yeah, it is C3. Oh, at C1 you get an additional charge for the E, so you could go even farther.
Yeah, skyward, scatter. Skyward.
That's kind of cool. Whole essay on the seat too. She's basically a Gene Tiger with better Scara traversal. I do like the jumping mechanic, for sure.
Yeah. Scatter.
I don't know if she goes as far as Scaramouche though. Does she? Also, you can't use it in air, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, you can't use it mid-air, sadly. Only Kazuha can do that. Only Kazuha, once again, being able to use his E mid-air.
Yeah. Skyward, scatter.
Actually, that's pretty far. Wait, hold on. You could go from... Wait, hold on. Let me see again. Wait, messed up.
Skyward! Scatter!
Hey, you can go from one side to the other. Like that. What the?
Skyward! Scatter!
That's pretty far, actually. Oh, Xiao can do it too? I see. She could potentially be the fastest character to move about with? Really? You know what? It's gonna be sad because I'm gonna feel like I should have wished for her just for like the traversal stuff. And then she's not gonna come back at least until the next Lantern Ride, isn't she? She's not coming back for another year, isn't she? Damn it! That's alright. At least Chlorine. At least I have my wishes safe for Chlorine, right? I've got my wishes safe for Chlorine.
Skyward! Scatter!
And he goes so far with it. What if? After I get Chlorined or Arlecchino, I don't know how Arlecchino is gonna be, but hopefully Arlecchino is good because I might want her. But after Arlecchino and Chlorined, what if I wait for Cloud Retainer's rerun and I wait long enough to get her at C1? So I could have the extra charge. I had over 2 weeks to do her story quest. I mean, that's true, but I was busy doing Star Rail stuff. I was doing Star Rail stuff and editing the videos, so unlucky for me. All new characters get a rerun before the new region? Really? So, wait, does that mean that Cloud Returner might come back pretty soon? I do want to get her at C1 though, because having the extra charge would be really nice for exploration. That sounds so copium. I don't know how true that is, but I would love to see Cloud Returner come back soon, so I could wish for her. But before I even do that, I have to get Chlorined. Arlecchino's coming out in 4.6. I don't know how true that is, but okay, let's see how fast we could go. Let's see how fast we could go through all of this.
Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Scatter!
You do have to hear that voice line every single time you do it, though. Skyward, scatter. Oh, pretty.
Skyward!
Skyward!
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking.
Dang.
One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better.
Yeah, she really is not. She really ain't beating the mother allegations. She even judges her disciples' partners like a mother would.
But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies. Glaring though they may have been, wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wangshu Inn.
The goatee. Aw, nah.
As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition. One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
First person in Genshin with a mustache that didn't turn out to be evil. If I could pick one region worth of updates to get every 5-star from which would you pick? That is a good question, actually.
Skyward, scatter.
So far, probably Fontaine. Fontaine has like the most meta-defining character. Actually, no. It would either be Sumeru or Fontaine. Cause Sumeru, you know, it has Nahida and Alhaitham. And as Sumeru, Alhaitham, and like so many other characters as well. But some of them are also really mid.
And all things are made new, as buds in the spring. This is an auspicious era for humanity. Yeah, skyward.
But Fontaine has Fontaine already has like some really meta-defining characters like Nivulette.
Yeah. Scatter.
Oh my god, I overshot this. Like Nivulette and Farina.
Yeah. Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with Adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
True.
Skyward! Scatter!
Also, I haven't even used her plunge yet. Hold on.
Skyward!
Bard.
Skyward! Skyward!
No, I'm only slightly regretting that I didn't get her. I'm slightly regretting that I didn't get her, to be honest. Mostly because of the exploration. Her uses for exploration would have been really nice, but I'll get her on a rerun. I'll get her on a rerun. Also, wait, I want to get... Okay, here we go.
Stray clouds converge! Skyward! Scatter! Skyward!
Wait, it's pretty... Wait, you can move really... I even noticed how well she, like... How well her direction changes mid-air.
Seize the skies!
You could change direction really well in mid-air. That's actually really good.
Skyward! Scatter!
Wait, that's sick. You could actually air strafe in Genshin. That's crazy.
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains. Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making.
Mother.
In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy.
Aww.
To see you happy, that was more than enough.
Aww. She's easy to build too. Just slap all attack on her and she's good to go. Ah, man. Okay, now I'm getting FOMO.
Skyward, scatter. Skyward, scatter.
Dude, the air strafing is crazy. Dude, I could only see. I've only seen people able to do that in like Source Engine games. This is crazy.
Skyward, scatter.
This is movement you could only do in like TF2. Holy shit. And Apex Legends.
Yeah, skyward, scatter.
Huh.
Yeah, skyward, scatter.
Whoever designer knew what to do, and they did say that it took a while for them to like figure out what to do with her
Now
skill.
you should have a complete understanding of the events.
And they put a lot of effort into it too.
If that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
Yeah. This is a beautiful domain, by the way. Make sure you don't get air sick. I could never.
Skyward, scatter.
I've spent enough hours in TF2 to like never get motion sick with this.
Skyward, scatter. Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring. It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuendai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognize the essence of her being.
Interesting. So that, I wonder why. Huh. The big ass powder puff. I wonder if she's got like, I wonder if she actually has like makeup for her bird form.
Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one. Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, you and I. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin Restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more.
Bro.
It is time for one's progeny to leave the nest. It is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free.
True.
Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return.
She is not beating the mothering allegations. She's not beating them allegations anytime soon.
'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, Yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You and I. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination. Even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
Well, I don't know if she would have been able to, like, reverse little dementia, but
So,
by herself.
what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Is there no other way?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny? Please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left. Please.
No.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
How is she gonna take care of herself? She's only a child, right?
I promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Then again, she has been taking care of a dementia patient for, like, I don't even know how long.
Good girl. Good girl.
By herself.
Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsung. Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I. How's that sound?
Good.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes.
Aww.
I'll wait for you to come back.
That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
Another orphan spawned. Here comes another orphan. Or -1 grandma.
Xianyun.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, You should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must. One will wake you in due time.
Okay. I need me one of those contraptions. I would be able to sleep so much easier. Cutscene. Bed. Time to sleep. Rare moment where we see Paimon on the ground, by the way. Oh, he's already back. Lumine! Aww.
I always believed we would see each other again. That our days of separation would finally end.
Aww.
And all my troubles would be behind me.
This is what we could have had. This is what we could have had.
If only things could stay this way forever.
Look at what we could have had.
A nightmare?
Ether tears.
Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up.
I'm still sleeping. She's slumped. I wonder what she's dreaming about.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you.
Head pat.
After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
A true mother. Ew! She got a finger in her mouth. Oh, of course. Yeah, classic. Alright. Typical Paimon. Also, that is the... we've never seen Ether have any voice lines in a cutscene before, right? That's like one of the only times he's had a voice in a cutscene. Like in an animated cutscene. That's really nice. I'm surprised they put so much effort into this kind of cutscene. Then again, it did come out around the time of the Lantern Rite, so I guess it makes sense they put more effort into it. A very rare moment. Very rare moment. Or seeing Lumine with Ether? Yeah. That's definitely just a once in a lifetime thing. Got one during the execution scene where we were jumping at Farina? Yeah, that's true. That is true. Maybe now they're actually gonna start using his voice in scenes now. Maybe? Maybe? Is she drooling? She is. She was drooling. Imagine what we could have had. Why do things have to be so complicated? Lamine, where are you?
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now?
Yes. You can find Yuandai in her crane form in the world now. You have to go and see her. Okay.
Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all.
Madam Adeptus?
Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. How do you feel?
Thank you for the raid, Coconata. Thank you so much. Oh, my alerts. Oh, that's why. Hold on. There we go. Wrong scene. Thank you for the raid, Coconata. Thank you. I hope you had a very nice stream. Thank you so much. We're currently at I think around the end of the Cloud Returner story quest. So
I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Really?
Oh. And have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I mean, I guess. Well, I'm an orphan.
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born.
True.
Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuandai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
I'm gonna see her in the future and she's gonna be like a strong warrior that's gonna literally help us throughout some war.
Xianyun, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chin-chin and violet grass. If you join them, you'll never enjoy One-Min Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule.
Oh, so they just do that by themselves?
Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
So they just be eating them flowers on their own accord?
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Xianyun shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
I see. So that's what it was about.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
Is that why you took on this human form?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai, they all chose a life among the mortal world. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted.
She's like, damn, what's so good about Liyue Harbor? What do they got that I don't?
One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, Does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret.
I wonder if she'll be able to recognize Zhongli when she sees him. Or if Zhongli will be able to recognize her when he sees her.
So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time.
Dang,
One has some matters to see to before one's departure.
that's quick.
Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor. One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
She said chump change.
Seems like you've really thought of everything.
That's real though.
Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspensus somnium mechanism as a souvenir?
Ooh.
Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
I'd love that.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer!
I'd love to have one of those in real life.
Did I promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out?
Oh, true.
Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you.
You might want to start calling the Traveler Batman with all the orphans he comes across. Yeah, every single child that comes across the Traveler might have to watch out. They might just end up being an orphan by the end of the story. The Dead Eyes received a note talking about how Morax is still alive, so she should. Okay.
By the way, Xianyun, we have a friend who helped us learn a lot of information about your granny. Is it okay if we tell him the full story?
Sure. I don't think Granny would mind. As long as you don't tell a whole bunch of people. I don't think she'd want too many people to know. They might go to Mount Outsong and start bugging her about it. Granny needs to focus on her training, you know? But telling a friend or two is probably fine.
No worries. Our friend can keep a secret.
True. Take a look at the table at Cloud Retainer's Mountain. Cloud Retainer took her utensils with her, but she left Goizhong's utensils. Oh, these ones? Is it these ones? Dang. Rest in peace, Goizhong. Just use Zaza and put it into the air purifier? I don't even know if weed is illegal in Las Vegas.
So, about your move to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it?
I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those 2 old fossils will discover it, I am sure, should they come seeking my company. Considering their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive this news.
Yeah. Shit, they could find out themselves. Boom, boom, boom. It's illegal if no one finds out. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really live in a private. I mean, I don't live in like a very private area. I'm sure someone would be able to like. I don't live out in the middle of the woods, so or like in the middle of the desert. So I'm pretty sure if I smoked weed, someone would be able to smell it, and then yeah, it's donezo for me. Yeah, let's go find Sing Show. I think he should be at the Commerce Guild. It's funny to think the Traveler is probably older than Cloud Retainer. That's a weird thought to think about. But I don't think we'll ever get to know how old he actually is.
We meet again, dear friends. How did everything go?
Great! And it's all thanks to you!
Ah, I see. So the stories didn't get it right after all. Even though she was a celebrated heroine, she had to bear a heavy burden that most could not hope to understand. Thank goodness for the help of that Adeptus. At least she was able to recover what she had lost. Although I cannot claim to know exactly how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united in a common purpose always find a way back to each other in the end.
True.
Thank you for helping me fill in the gaps. And don't worry, I'll keep this all to myself. It's not my story to tell, after all.
True. If it's not your story to tell, don't tell it.
I wonder if she can see.
Travelers that old Justin say that? Hey, dude's Omega old. Omega old, but still stuck in a 5'5" body.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Clout! Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
What is he trying? Is he trying to sell some stuff to him?
Perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares.
Ignoramus.
I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Several hundred years, you say?
Several hundred years?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
She's definitely gonna slip up one day.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
Expert, huh? I wonder.
An expert, you say? Very
Who could
well.
be an expert
I will
on
wait
these
for a
kind of
little while
items?
longer, then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
Yeah, if Hoyoverse would actually let us do that.
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
Hi, Xiyu.
Hello.
So.
Xianyun! You got a new outfit! It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that. Making clothes wouldn't be that far off from, I don't know, inventing literal, like, bongs and motorcycles. If you could do those things, you could probably, you're probably good at creating a lot of other things as well.
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could, not look yet, Master? Yeah, that'd be great.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child.
What
now,
can this woman
this
do?
Expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
She can't stop slipping up about her being an Adeptus. That's what.
Soon. Ah, there he is. Here, allow me to make some introductions.
Of course.
This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant at Wangshan Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques.
Of course. There's only one person who'd be able to do any sort of appraisals on these kind of things.
Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
Yeah.
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again.
They're forcing it so hard.
If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity.
They're forcing themselves not to give up their identity so hard right now. They're trying so hard.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are foremost in that regard.
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Paimon, don't do it.
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli.
Paimon,
not at all.
Paimon's face was the face of an instigator.
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know.
A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you are the god of... You do literally create Mora for the entirety of Teyvat, but I don't even know if this guy has any concept of, like, how much things cost. Does he actually, like, know how much things cost nowadays? He doesn't even pay for his own shit. Remember when he had Child, like, pay for everything from his own wallet? Because he kept forgetting to bring it. And he also has no concept of what anything costs. I wonder.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait.
She's trying so hard not to instigate.
I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion.
That's just gonna cost like a fortune, I bet.
Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
This guy's just casually like buying her entire collection. How rich is he? Jesus. Why did it say snore, snore? What, was she falling asleep?
Zhongli!
Hi, Zhongli.
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, that is true, but... Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
Aw.
One has indeed. One's previous stays were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
I could listen to these two yap all day.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental.
No, she stopped the yapping. No, Paimon.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Oh? What occasion was this?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion.
No, she didn't try
his.
his.
Other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Dang.
Huh, hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple-layered consommé. We shall enjoy the lot.
Jesus.
One has already passed word to Xianyun and Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
Sure.
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thank you, Cloud Retainer.
Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli. He is,
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
Oh, God.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
That sounds rather implausible.
Haven't we given her one?
Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Didn't we already give her one?
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
Vote faster, Paimon. Aw. That was a good story quest. I like that. A lot of cameos. Very funny. A very sweet / bittersweet cutscene and ending. Resolution. That was a good one. I liked that. I say that for every single story quest I play, but they actually have been cooking with these story quests nowadays. You like that Xiao was in this quest? I like that so many people were in this quest. We had Shenhe, we had Ganyu, Xiao. We had Xingqiu. And then Zhongli. Very cool. Gotta read the letter? Which letter? Oh, this one? That's over here? Unsigned letter. What seems like a book of accounts. A letter can also be found inside. Little you, my dear daughter, by the time you read this, mommy and daddy will have already left to go on a long journey. Your granny may get a little forgetful sometimes, so try to jot down little reminders for her around the house whenever you can. Mommy and daddy are counting on you to take care of granny while we're gone. You might be wondering why mommy and daddy have to leave. Well, my dear daughter, in this world, everyone's got something that they just have to do. Your mommy and daddy are no different. Did you know? Daddy was actually awfully sick as a child. How sick, you might ask? Well, even the doctor could barely feel daddy's pulse. It was that weak. But daddy still managed to grow up. Looking back, there were many times when daddy thought he might not make it. In the end though, daddy pushed through every time. Pretty amazing if you think about it. Maybe daddy is just really lucky. Or, who knows, maybe he has some super powerful adeptus looking out for him. Either way, daddy has always felt like he's received a lot of love from this world. And you know what? Daddy loves this world right back. They told daddy that this mission would be super dangerous, but both mommy and daddy decided to sign up. You'll have grown quite a bit taller the next time mommy and daddy see you again. Maybe you'll be so big by then that mommy and daddy won't even recognize you. How about this? Let's use a code. You used to remember that one phrase daddy taught you when you were little? That can be our secret code the next time we see each other again. That way, we'll recognize each other no matter what. You remember it, don't you? While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail. Man. And then they died. Yeah. And then they died. And then they passed away. In whatever they were fighting. Rest in peace. And where do I find you and I? Where can you find you and I at? You and I. I was on teleport down the cliff. Is it over? Is it this way or? Which one? Oh, then jump down. Okay. Evelyn and Cloud Retainer story quests are your top favorites, even though Cloud Retainer story quest is just an NPC-centric story. It was still really nice to watch. Yeah, this one was really nice. I honestly feel like, even though this one was like, was centered around an NPC, at least we still had more characters, and Cloud Retainer just wasn't like pushed to the side, you know? It didn't feel like a 90% NPC. It felt more like maybe like 60, 70% NPC, you know? Where shall it be? It's gotta be daytime? Okay. How do I rate this story quest? 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. That's how I'll rate it. Let's see. I've never heard this music before. Is this a new track in Liyue? I've never heard this. Drink water. Go back? Okay, hold on. I've never heard that track before. I wonder if it's a new one for Liyue. Oh, there she is. Hi, Yuandai. A special looking crane. The crane before you is gazing far into the distance. Who knows what she's thinking about right now, and how well their cultivation training is going. Doesn't really say anything. You can't kill her? Well, of course not. That'd be so messed up if you could just casually kill her. Jesus. Just casually shoot her off the mountain with Amber. +2 fouls. Man. Maybe I'll get Cloud Retainer on her next rerun. On her next rerun, I might get her. Cause she seemed really good for exploration. If I could get her to C1, that'd be really good. But I would have to save for a while. And I don't even know how many Primo Gems I'm gonna have left by the time I'm done wishing for Chlorinde. So guess we'll wait and see. Xianyun seems really good for your plunging for your Hu Tao. Yeah, and I have heard that she does turn people like non-DPS units into like plunging DPS units. Like people have like turned Chi-Chi into a plunging DPS. C1 Yelan for exploration? I forgot about Yelan too. I really do need a Yelan. Because I don't have a lot of Hydro characters as well. There's so many characters I need to wish for, man. I have Chlorinde. I'm definitely saving for. I'm thinking about Arlecchino, depending on how she turns out. And I do need a Yelan, because I don't have a lot of Hydro units. And then I want Cloud Retainer. Man, free-to-play struggles? For real. Actual free-to-play struggles. Only have this much, too. How much does this equal, actually? How much does this equal? 177? And that's like minus, I think 5,400? Because of the, because of the, what was it called? Thing they gave me? Not a lot. Need to start grinding, man. No, I don't accept Genesis crystals. I'm fully free to play. I'm not accepting any Genesis crystals or gifted Welkins. And if you do, I'm just never gonna use them. I'm just gonna like calculate how much I was given from like Welkins and just never use them. So don't bother. Save your money. Use it on yourself. You forgot to pull for Xianyun on the last day. You were already at 78 pity. No, that is so tragic. And well, time for you to save for at least someone else. Maybe your Arlecchino will be meta. Maybe your Arlecchino is gonna be meta, and then you'll just have like a 50-50 for Arlecchino right there. I've seen the clip of the one dude doing the free-to-play challenge when someone gifted him Welkin? No. Never. Maybe Chiyote will be good? I forgot Chiyote was a unit. I'm not even gonna cap. I forgot that she was supposed to be coming out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know how she's gonna play out, because she is a Geo character. Will she be the second unit to save Geo? Who knows? Chiyote could be nuts given how strong Navi is. True. Maybe this is the patch that saves Geo with Navi and Chiyote coming in. Alright, well, I'm done with that. Good quest, good quest.